Hello, we are happy to introduce our Mastermind Crash Course documentary. Three of us, Xuandi responsible for architecture domain, Aistė sustainability, and Xiaohu heritage domain, will present about the transformation of Poldertoren by architect Thijs Asselbergs. We hope you will enjoy it. Designed by architects Van Gent and Fokkens, the Poldertoren in Emmeloord was built in 1959 as a water tower, carillon, and watchtower. The building has the heritage status of the national monument, therefore the octagonal brick facade of the building had to be preserved. The renovation by architect Thijs Asselbergs took place in 2008. The tower was radically changed in terms of the building functions. Also new staircase and extra floors were introduced. To provide more sunlight for the interior, openings in the walls of the former water tank were made. 4 small windows introduced for ventilation.
I start with the architecture domain. I choose the view for connections, the area for space, and the material for detail as the three indicators from three different scales for my evaluation and analysis of the Poldertoren. For the view, more options for public are provided to enjoy the cityscape from different levels. For the area, both horizontal and vertical spaces were redesigned to create more usable areas. For the materials, the flexible and the light materials were used with suitable colors. After the renovation, the extra floors create more spaces for new functions and give more opportunities to enjoy the view from different levels. And the materials also matched the functional requirements and gave users comfortable feelings in the Poldertoren.
In sustainability domain, 3 indicators were selected to assess the impact of the design. Because most of the changes were done in the interior, indicators are based on the user of the building. Firstly, the density of the site and places to gather have to be increased. Secondly, views outside and certain amount of daylight are required. Finally, replaceable elements have to be chosen. For each indicator, data was analyzed before and after intervention by the framework chosen. In the human scale adaptability indicator, public spaces and usable area were quantified. For views and daylight, area of transparent openings and natural illuminance were simulated and calculated. For the long-term use indicator, replaceability of different elements was examined. In order to rationally assess before and after situations, criteria were established. Let's take human scale adaptability indicator. If usable area and public spaces increase by 50% or less, it's evaluated as a minor beneficial. If 50% and more, it's major beneficial impact.
As for the heritage domain, the historical central position of the site, the unique combination of different functions for the public, and the skin as a social symbol of the city, all contributed to the heritage values of the Poldertoren. The city context expanded while the tower remained at the city center, and the key routes and views were mostly preserved. Extra floors were added to provide more space for new services, which was proved to coincide with the residents' ideas for new windows were added for the air treatment, following the original grid to preserve the image of the skin. As for the heritage impact, the tower's position as a historic center of the city is well preserved. The new services are well designed but still remain more investigation. The skin is partly changed in a clever way due to technical requirement. In general, as is shown on this diagram, these three domains influence each other from different aspects and demonstrates that the architect considered a variety of factors while renovating this national monument.
According to our analysis of each domain, we discovered that the main existing problems regarding the tower building now are water leakage, which is not attractive for the potential occupiers, and lack of public accessibility. We think that could be improved in the future reconstructions. Thank you for your attention.